It's really hard to quantify what the impact of Dr. Wolf's work has been to my clients. Yes, she provides the documentation that we need to substantiate a particular aspect of their asylum claim. But I think that she gives my clients the opportunity to start their lives again in the United States.
I think providing healthcare is the way that I see it as the way that I contribute to helping somebody have a successful integration into our society. And I think my little part I view as contributing to helping somebody feel secure, knowing how to get healthcare, not be frightened on maybe one day out of the year because they think they can get healthcare.
Dr. Wolf demonstrates an empathy for my clients, which is very, very heartening for me. She makes herself available pretty much at the drop of a hat. There was one case that we were dealing with, or a colleague of mine was dealing with, and so she needed an examination in a very short notice. Dr. Wolf made herself available for an examination the very next day. She's just a tremendous example of someone who is giving of her time. And this is clearly, at least from my perspective, and maybe she has a different perspective, but to me this is clearly her service to the world. And I couldn't think of a better person for us to be recognizing and saying thank you to.
It's not just about providing an individual with services, but it's also the paying attention to the cultural differences and seeing how they evolve over time. So someone coming from a very different culture may not understand even the most basic concepts of preventative care. It's introducing them to our healthcare system and hopefully getting them comfortable with it over a long period of time. Since I see women, and women often are planning their family's healthcare, I think it's really important for us to get them through an understanding of what preventative health care is, why it's important to keep their children in health care. So I feel like we start that right here, and it's an important part of getting integrated.
Dr. Wolf clearly cares about women's health. So she doesn't just see my client in order to do the evaluation that I need to be able to provide documentation of the circumcision that's occurred. She provides a full gynecological examination of my clients. And for some of them, this is the first time that they've ever had this kind of examination. And so many of them are truly grateful that they have this service.
I learn something every day from our patients, which is part of what motivates me. I get to learn about the world, and hopefully they get some benefit from me and having a trusted place for healthcare that they can come to at their own pace. I couldn't really do that just by myself. It really is sustained by partnerships with resettlement organizations, with attorneys who are helping patients. Io and I, we are both committed to the same client, and seeing that through, it's a collaboration that feels sustaining apart from the direct care for the patient. HIAS's mission always inspires me. We're welcoming people. We're going to help them be successful, because that integration, there's so many steps. It's so hard. I can't imagine being any immigrant here, just taking a step onto the tarmac, starting your whole life over. That takes a kind of courage I don't believe I would have.
People like Dr. Wolf, who, with just the way that they do their work compassionately, allow people like my clients, who I refer to her, to know that America does have people that are welcoming, does have people that care, does have people who have skills that they are willing to use for the benefit of this particular individual. And I think that's what's important about Dr. Wolf, and that's why the relationship between HIAS and Dr. Wolf works really well.
I've found there are so many barriers that refugees and immigrants face that just adding that little bit of extra that I'll take care of you. I'll sit there with the phone translator for the extra half hour and muddle through it and somehow get you through the visit. That just makes me feel like I've done my part.
I think that it is important for people like myself, people like my clients, people who advocate for my clients, to get across the most important message, which is that America was built on the backs of immigrants. Some who chose to come here, some who didn't choose to come here. But this country would not be where it is today if it wasn't for the contribution of immigrants. And I think it's really important for each and every one of us to remember the history of this country, because when you don't think about history, you tend to make the same mistakes.
I've just learned so much. Every time there's a new wave of refugees and immigrants, I go, oh, I'm going to have to learn about the Burmese or women from Thailand or the women from Congo, and then I do. And I just can't believe how lucky I am that I got to learn it.
Dr. Wolf, your dedication to women's health has been an inspiration to me. And so on behalf of my clients, I thank you.